Sorry I'm late. We're doing this though. We're doing this. Actually, well, first, a reminder. I am Perez Hilton. You are my fam. Thank you for joining me. I always try to be punctual. If I'm ever late, don't worry. I will show up. Unless I previously announced that I'm taking the day off, and that just doesn't happen. So, hi. I go live on the YouTube every weekday, Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. I forgot to do that. Been dealing with a lot, but making it work. It's how we do. A reminder, I go live every weekday, Monday through Friday, whatever. I've set up a membership. If you want to support, and you can, I get it, not everybody can, but if you are so able to and kind, please become a member of my channel. I just switched this to members only mode. All of my premieres are members only, but as soon as the videos are live, and the premiere is over, everybody can comment. So let's do this. I'm sure a lot of you watch Mr. Beast, right? I was just looking at this Mr. Beast drama, D. Hey, D. Hey, Oz. Oh, thank God you joined. I was a few minutes late and getting anxiety about it. And especially because I was like, oh no, are people gonna think I'm flaking? I don't flake. So just a reminder, if I'm ever running late, I will be here. I will be here. I am here for you. All right, shut up. There's some Mr. Beast drama with, it makes me so sad that people, and we'll talk about this, actually, it's a good segue. It makes me so sad that people not only are intolerant of transgender folks, but they're afraid of them and have contempt for them. It feels like if you're a trans person just wanting to live their lives, that you're an enemy to so many people. Like, there are folks out there that believe trans people should not have equal rights or shouldn't even have rights. Yesterday, I shared a clip of Elon Musk talking about his 20-year-old, hey Christy, who is transgender. And I didn't watch the whole interview. I just saw one clip and I shared it. And there is a little bit more context that I feel is important to give. But first, let me play you. Let me see if I can find the entire. No, I don't have the entire clip, but let me see if I can find it really quickly. It's too long if I play. Well, anyways, I'll recap, okay? Yesterday, Elon Musk's interview with Daily Wire, this conservative publication, was released. It's also a video platform. And he was talking about his decision to move the headquarters of X and Tesla to Texas because he is sick and tired of liberal California, okay? And the last straw for him was this new law that if a student at a California school decides to change their gender or name, that the parents can't be informed of that decision. And listen, I made a video about that the day the law was signed. I don't agree with that decision. I don't. And I'm a parent and I'm a member of the LGBTQ community. I believe that schools have a fiduciary duty to be transparent and communicative with families. And it's not your job to parent children. It's your job to educate them, okay? Having said all that, listen, you don't have to agree. And what I love about these live streams is that it gives me an opportunity to talk more in depth about the issues and reveal things that I might not have in a shorter clip about the same topic. This might surprise you, but it shouldn't be a surprise. It's just a fact, okay? Hey, Ryan, I believe that being transgender is a medical issue. It is. Being transgender is a result of gender dysphoria. Thank you, Wendy. Gender dysphoria, hey Adam, gender dysphoria is what leads somebody to say, well, I was born in a boy's body, but I'm really a girl. That's gender dysphoria. That is the whole crux of being transgender. And that's a medical condition. It's not something that you can just take a pill for and all of a sudden you don't have gender dysphoria. It doesn't work that way, is my understanding. But it's a medical condition. And the way that you talk about that matters. You know, Elon Musk in this interview said that his child was infected with the woke mind virus. The woke mind virus. Hey, Halifax Angel. How does Elon Musk's 20-year-old think, how does Elon's 20-year-old feel about dad talking so publicly and insensitively about their life? And Elon saying, my child is dead to me. No, it's not. No, your child is not. No. In your mind, your child is dead to you. And I don't want to assume, but Elon has 12 children. 12. He probably thinks this one's just dispensable. All right. It didn't work out with this one. I've got 11 other kids. I'm not even joking. That's probably how he thinks. That's the kind of person he is. He doesn't understand unconditional love. Like, unconditional love means even if my son or daughters were hardcore MAGA people, okay, I would still love them unconditionally. That's my job and my choice and my pleasure as a parent, to love and support my kids unconditionally. Even if they lie about me or betray me publicly or whatever, I'm still gonna love my children unconditionally. Even if they become murderers, it's like, oh God, how did that happen? Sometimes you can be the best parent and your kid is still gonna, I don't really I'm curious, there have been so many mass shootings now in the United States, I can't imagine that all of those kids had horrible upbringings. I can't imagine that all of the parents are awful parents. Sometimes you just have children with severe mental health issues or that are just evil. And it would suck if that was one of my kids, but I would still love them. Even in that extreme scenario, there's a difference now between loving and supporting. I would not be supporting or supportive of my child if they were, a schmurderer, a harpist, not necessarily harpist, but you know what I mean? Anyways, it makes me so sad for Elon's 20-year-old that he's dragging them through the mud like this. And it's got nothing to do with politics. It's got nothing to do with politics. They're probably, look at Caitlyn Jenner. Look at Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner is conservative. There are conservative trans people. That's a good talking point right there. Like, is Caitlyn Jenner infected with the woke mind virus? Unconditionally. I can't get that, Katy. Not even that good of a song, but whatevs. Actually, speaking of Katy Perry, that's a good segue, you guys. It's even worse than I could have thought for Katy Perry. The numbers are in, and her new song, Woman's World, has thankfully debuted on the Billboard Hot 100, but unfortunately, it's only come in at number 63, Tiffany. For a superstar, for a big artist like Katy Perry to debut at number 63, there's no need to sugarcoat it. That's a disaster. That's a flop, especially because I'm also hearing that it is going to not even be on the Hot 100 next week. Well, Katy did it better, Christy, because at least she debuted on the Hot 100. I don't think J-Lo had a single song on the Hot 100 on her most recent album. And to make matters worse, Katy might be sabotaging her next single, which I actually like. The song Lifetimes. She's currently in Spain shooting the music video. And look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at these photos from the set. What the hell? This is Katy Perry, either today or yesterday in Barcelona, shooting her new music video. I get it. She is feeling herself and showing off that Ozempic body. Kidding, but maybe not. I don't know really, but this is just giving me cringe. This is giving me major ick. Cringe. And I'm not being an ageist, okay? It's not that she's 39 years old. It's just, I could tell from the back and also from the side that this is just so tacky and cringe. The bar, ladies, should be Beyonce, okay? Would Beyonce wear that? No. Beyonce would not wear that. And Beyonce is even older than Katy. Beyonce is going to make sure that whatever she wears is cool. This is just giving me like Snooki vibes. This is Snooki. That's not cool. That's Snooki. That's Jersey Shore. And even if that's what she's going for, Beyonce would have still done Jersey Shore better. However, it's not all bad. Even though Katy Perry's going through a rough moment, even though this might cement the end of her hits days, she's probably never going to have another hit again. You know, she debuted in 2008, like 15 years ago. 16 years ago. 16 years ago. She's been around 16 years. There are artists that have been around longer. And the first one and the best kind of case study that comes to mind is Mariah Carey. Okay? Mariah Carey, I think, began her career in either 1990 or 1991. Let me see real quick. Mariah Carey, Vision of Love. Vision of Love came out in 1990. I'm good. It came out May of 1990. And throughout the decades, Mariah has had periods of not being as successful. But she's finally gotten to a place where now she's really become like this cultural icon through smart, strategic decisions, like really leaning into all the Christmas stuff. And also, she just had so many hits, but correct, she does fluctuate, Fly Girls. Thankfully, Katy Perry has so many hits. When you have as many hits in your catalog as Mariah Carey, a smart team can help you recover. It may not be quick. It might not be in a year or 2 years. It might take 3 or 4 years, but eventually you'll be able to recover. And she will always have a career. And she will always be able to tour and perform. Maybe not always arenas. She might have to downgrade to theaters and work her way back up to arenas. But with a smart plan, she can turn things around eventually. I mean, look at Celine Dion. There's a lot of differences between Celine and Katy, but Celine has not had a hit in a very long time. Let me see, actually. Let me see the last Celine Dion hit, like a top 10 hit. She had 10 top 10 hits. That's amazing. And 4 number ones Celine did. Let's see here. 10 top 10 hits, 4 number ones. I agree, Halifax Angel. God, Celine has not had a hit in a long time. Her last hit was A New Day Has Come in 2002, but that only reached number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100. And then prior to that, let me make sure. Yeah, wow. Celine Dion's last top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 was in the 90s. That's the way it is. It reached number 6 in 1999. No, number 6 in 2000. It was released in 99. It debuted in November of 99 on the chart, and it peaked at number 6 in March of 2000. So Celine has not had a top 10 hit in 24 years, but Celine, she's cultivated her image very smartly and maintained people liking her, which is hard. It's hard, like Madonna has not done that successfully. Madonna has become cringe too for a lot of people, and a lot of people still like her, but a lot of people fell out of like with her. But anyways, I'm not going to discount Katy Perry. Like Christy said, Cher's had so many comebacks, even at old age. So it is possible. Yeah, don't discount her. And actually, speaking of Celine, I told you guys first, I said that Celine was going to perform at the at the Olympic ceremony, and she is. It's now been unofficially confirmed, and I'm so excited. Her first time performing in years, ever since being diagnosed with stiff person syndrome. I'm going to make some predictions. I don't have any inside information. This is just Perez Adamas making predictions. I predict Celine will perform both at the opening and closing ceremony. I predict that she'll save her up-tempo stuff for the closing ceremony. You know, like Love Can Move Mountains, That's the Way It Is, et cetera, et cetera. You know, and I think, you know, obviously she'll do My Heart Will Go On for the opening ceremony, and not too many songs, like 2 or 3, but I think she'll probably do like obviously a French language song. The Olympics are in Paris, and before she even recorded in English, Celine was a successful Francophile artist. You know, she had released a lot of music in French that was successful because she's from French Canada. French Canada. Is that called? How do the French call Canada? Is it Canada? No. In Spanish, it's Canada. Canada in Spanish, Canada in English. It's probably just Canada. Anyways, I love that about French Canadians. They were really able to keep their tongue. They were able to keep their language going. I wish that the same were true in the United States, and that, you know, more Spanish speakers, because before the United States was taken over the British, it was Spanish. Remember? Like all of California and, you know, I mean, the native people, obviously, and the indigenous Americans, and also like in Louisiana, all of the French people there, and et cetera, et cetera. Anywho, it's also rumored that Lady Gaga, as I mentioned yesterday, is going to be performing at the opening ceremony of the Olympics on Friday. And this one, though, I've not been able to confirm by more people. I've heard that in addition to Gaga and Celine, it is possible that Ariana Grande might be performing at the Olympics, as well as Dua Lipa. That'd be good looks for all of them if it's true. I would love to see it happen. Okay. In other news, oh God. This made me so sad. So sad. The 18-year-old daughter of Travis Barker has revealed that she is taking weight loss medication because she thinks she's too fat. Even though she's absolutely gorgeous and has a banging body and looks healthy and normal and more than normal. I would say she's in really good shape. This is Alabama Barker. And that just makes me sad for her and for society and yada, yada, yada. Let's take a listen to what she said. She said, I have like this thing where I photograph so ugly and people are like, oh my God, you're so fat and you're so ugly. And it's like, I see what you guys are seeing, but just like meet me in person. I feel like I don't look like that, but I'm on weight loss medication because I'm tired of being fat and photographing like a damn ogre. I just want to give her a hug and encourage her to go to therapy. I don't know if she's got body dysmorphia, but broadcasting that, like, it seems like a cry for help. Thank God I'm not like famous. I'm infamous, but I'm not famous. Being the child of a famous person, I mean, being the child of an infamous person also comes with its own set of challenges. Don't get it. Don't be. I'm not being naive, but being the child of a famous person also is hard. And my heart goes out to her. Also, God, I'm so thankful that I'm Latino or Cuban. I don't want to speak for all. I mean, I think it's more of a Latino thing than not just Cubans, but Hailey Bieber is on the cover of the new issue of W magazine, and she said the weirdest thing. She said, she said, she spoke about it in depth. She says that right now, I'm not super close with my family at this point in my life because I feel like I'm very independent. I'm not super close with my family at this point in my life because I feel like I'm very independent, says Hailey Bieber. Quote, I'm my own individual now and I've built my own family. But when I look back on my childhood and how I grew up, I have very fond, beautiful memories. Okay. What? That's just weird to me. And it makes me sad. Thankfully, Latinos value family so much. Even if you have an awful sister that you don't get along with or whatever, we often, at least first generation, I don't know after they've been Americanized and they're second or third or fourth generation Latino Americans, but first generation, which I am, both of my parents were born in Cuba. Family is super important for us. Even if you have a toxic parent, we don't cut them out of our lives. That's a very gringo American concept. It's just not what we do. And finally, listen, I understand that some of you may not like it if I talk politics. However, I'm not afraid to talk politics. And I'm not trying to convince anyone to vote anyway. I respect and appreciate differences of opinions. My opinion matters just as much as yours. And, I'm just excited. And also my job is to talk about what people talk about. My job is to discuss what's trending, and the election is what people are talking about now. And the wildest statistic just came out. My mind is blown. This is very surprising. According to a brand new Kara's YouTube. Thank you, sweet Kara. God bless you. According to a new Reuters poll, if the election were held today, Kamala Harris would beat Donald Trump in a two-way race, 44 to 42%. Slim, but a win. However, the really interesting statistic is if it's a three-way race, as it is currently, between Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., then instead of winning 44 to 42%, Kamala wins 42 to 38%. Her margin increases, meaning Robert F. Kennedy doesn't take away any votes from Kamala. He takes away votes from Donald Trump. He's a spoiler candidate for the right. Donald Trump is going to do everything he can to try and get Robert F. Kennedy to drop out. I am praying he does not drop out. Robert F. Kennedy, it is your civic duty to stay in this race. Please do not drop out. That's mind-blowing. You know, because Robert F. Kennedy was a Democrat, even though he's running as an independent now. Wild. All good, Wendy. Kamala being the presumptive nominee, because she's secured enough delegates, has reinvigorated liberals, and I would say even united them. So, go Kamala! I love you all. Thank you for your support, and I will see you tomorrow. If you can, please consider becoming a member of my YouTube. It would mean the world to me. If not, please like, comment, and share. Everybody can do that. I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Bye. Just burped. Bye.